Namaste. Welcome back to our channel Ayurveda 360. So, until date, there was a huge gap between the different systems of medicine existing in India. A physician who is expert in one of the sciences, for example, say homeopathy, is not that much aware of the principles of other traditional system. Similarly, the modern contemporary medicine, which is called by the name of MBBS degree in India, had no connection with the traditional systems of medicine existing in India. So during recent rules and regulation modification, NMC has given 1 week of compulsory elective internship for MBBS interns, and they will be given 1 week of training in any of the Ayush Institute as decided or as chosen by the student. So in this video, we are going to see how NCISM has chosen to train MBBS interns for 1 week if they select Ayurveda as one of the elective internship duty. Kindly watch this video till the end. So, as I already mentioned, the internship electives for the MBBS interns, that is allopathy students who are in their internship after their final year of MBBS, once clearing that, they'll be entering into internship, and during that internship of 365 days, they will have to take 1 week of compulsory training, or you can say orientation program, in any of the Ayush programs. So the module what is given here is, you can see this is the date, this is the notification given by NMC dated 18 November 2021. So in this slide you can see the electives, exclusive electives, where MBBS students should compulsorily choose either Ayurveda or Yoga or Unani or Siddha or Homeopathy or Sovarigpa, one of this. And if he chooses Ayurveda as one of the electives, he'll be or she will be given 1 week of training in the Ayush Ayurveda institutes. And how will be the planning? That is recently been declared by NCSM in the official website. So once the student enters into Ayurveda college for the internship purpose, we are talking about the contemporary science, the allopathy science student, MBBS student, science student who doesn't have that much of idea regarding Ayurveda. So as soon as he enters the Ayurveda institute, first he or she will be given a guided tour. Tour in the sense, just giving an idea how the setup of a Ayurveda institute along with the hospital, pharmacy and laboratory, all those things will be usually present. After that, the first day itself, there will be interaction, or you can say discussion with the students regarding the basic principles of Ayurveda. So basic principles of Ayurveda, which many of the even common people might have heard certain things like dosha, dhatu, prakriti. So these are certain of the common words even chosen by the public while discussing with any of the doctor. That's why certain basic principles are to be discussed. Agree, this is also another of the aspect which usually other science ignore, and one of the major strength of Ayurveda. So certain guidelines are given and there is no end to the list of number of basic principles. So as per the requirement, the students will be given certain input from the expert sitting in the OPD or IPD. Along with that, there will be orientation program regarding the pharmacology principles of Ayurveda. Everyone knows that the principles of pharmacology is not the same in case of Ayurveda, where the holistic principles are taken due care when you compare it with the other sciences. Of course, there are other sciences where even the holistic approach is followed, but still you can say the principles vary from one science to other science. And posology, the dose related aspects. Why these things are to be taught or to be discussed? Because nowadays the patients are going to any of the physician who gives relief to them, irrespective of the science. So once he enters into a clinic, if he changes the physician, if he's going out of that particular place, he may choose another physician of any other branch. So during that time, the old prescription may be given to the doctor, which may give hint towards the way how that prescription was given. For that purpose, I think these things are mentioned here, the pharmacology principles as well as posology. And of course, these are good exercises to make the contemporary science students to know the actual principles of Ayurveda rather than just reading whatever is written in the articles or certain negative propaganda done by certain, you can say, immature minds. So on day 2, the student will be posted to one of the major departments, or you can say OPDs, called as Kaya Chikitsa, where general medicine related diseases will be taken care of. Here, the pathophysiological aspects in relation to Ayurveda and management principles, how we understand pathophysiology and how we treat the patient on the principles of Ayurveda will be given certain orientation, and there will be rounds of course the in charge, so they can attend the rounds along with the in charge, and then of course clinical discussions, success stories may also be discussed. So only brief discussions will be done. That is why within one day so many, you can say, points are going to be covered. So only brief discussion, only idea is to be given. It's not like as soon as they complete this you can say program, they are going to prescribe Ayurveda medicine. It's not so. So it is just an orientation program. Now day 3 they'll be posted to similar other department, famous department called as Panchakarma, where the procedures of Panchakarma, what are those, basically the names of them, how they are taken, you can say, for procedure. Even the procedures, live procedures may be demonstrated, or they may be asked to see as per their convenience. And then discussions, again discussions and success stories may be discussed. Then on the day 4 there will be 2 departments. One is in relation to obstetrics and gynecology of Ayurveda, which is called as Prasuti Tantra and Stri Roga. Along with that, the allied science, or you can say related department, Bala Roga or Kaumara Bhritya, which can be taken as much as equivalent to pediatric practice of today's contemporary medicine. So these 2 departments will be giving certain guidelines, or you can say orientation program in relation to the principles of the management of the related diseases, or even the preventive aspects. Now during this day, the specific procedures in relation to gynecology and obstetrics, they will be shown from Ayurveda perspective or discussed from Ayurveda perspective. Now on day 5, the student will be posted to another of the surgical department called as the Shalakya Tantra, where the eye related procedures, ENT related procedures will be demonstrated if the patients are available, or even IPD procedures may be seen. Discussions, again success stories, and then these principles as usual, as that of the other department. And last day, that is on the day of, you can say, if the Monday is the beginning day, Saturday will be the last day of the program. So last day will be the Shalya Tantra, the actual surgical department, where the instruments will be shown to the students who are coming from the contemporary science. They will be given an idea how the evolution of these instruments has taken place since the time of Ayurveda, that is Acharya Sushruta, and then how the modification has taken place, and how the, you can say, Ayurveda has played a very important role in the evolution of modern surgery. Of course, those things will be discussed, and then again, of course, the OPD, IPD rounds and clinical discussions will be common. So this is the entire, you can say, the schedule given by NCSM, and of course, it matches with the actual given time. 6 days is not at all sufficient, but still, the way how it is drafted in this 1 week, you can say, planning, it is almost sufficient to give an overall idea. And of course, after completion of this 1 week orientation, and contemporary allopathy student will have a brief idea, and of course he will go back with, you can say, extra information which he never had any like, you can say, guidance from other of his friends or any other teachers. And of course, after completing this, he will get to know the authentic Ayurveda rather than listening to some fraud news, or you can say fraud related practices, whatever false propaganda has been happening in the country as well as abroad. So only the broad-minded students and the, you can say, well-wishers for the patients will be able to get success, or you can say fruitful results after completion of this. But of course, if the student is coming with a negative mindset, then definitely it is his mistake or her mistake. Nobody is at loss. He or she is going to, you can say, lose most of the fruit of this program. So this is in relation to the recent amendment, and of course it is welcome one, because in today's time the need of discussion with each other is the key for success in treating majority of the diseases. Certain times science is better, certain times another science could be better, certain times it is the combined effort which could lead to the successful treatment of any of the disease in today's time. So if you like the content of our channel, kindly like, share and subscribe to this. Kindly watch our other playlists as well. Until next time, thank you.